Alright, getting this update out kind of late, but might as well do it. So, big down day today. Started off, like I talked about in the last video, and immediately sold off. On QQQ, it looks like a corrective move to me, so I'm not going to make it too complicated. This is a corrective move right here. The 1.61 fib is sitting at 426. So I'm looking for 5 waves down to 426. And right into the box with the gap fill. Gap fills at 425.27. So pretty simple to see this right here. From there, we don't know. Is it going to just start taking off again and going higher? Or are we going to get a B-wave bounce like this? And then later, maybe sometime in May, have another move down. Those are the questions, but it looks pretty obvious to me it's going down to 426. That's really all that needs to be said right now on QQQ. On SPX, this is a little bit more, it's a little bit different in my opinion. I think it can be an extended C wave here. It can be a diagonal, or the ultra bearish would be if it's this 1, 2, third wave down here. Let me get rid of all these. Third wave would be down here, probably around like 488.1 to 490, that area, because I have this third wave. I have 1, 2, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like that. Then it would bounce, and then it would go lower than that. So it is below the 50 and below the 20 and above the 200. The 200 is all the way down at 466.2. So it is bearish overall right now. It just kind of depends how it reacts to this level right here. I think this will be the sign that it could potentially bottom here, or is it going to go lower? I don't know. We'll see. It actually looks a lot more bearish to me than QQQ. So we'll see what happens here. That is a very bearish move. But yeah, again, look at 499.7 to 494.4, and we'll see what happens there. I expected to hit this level probably within the next day or two, because you can see here we have wave 1. 1.61 fib is down here at 5.044, and so I'm expecting bounce and then another move down like that. So 499.7 I talked about in the last video. Didn't expect it to get down that quickly, but we're headed there already. So let's go over the Russell. So the Russell, let's zoom out here on the daily. It's below all the moving averages, but to me, this is just a B, and a C wave. The C wave can finish anywhere between, well, it can finish at 194.7 all the way down here to 174. So it can go all the way to the 1.61 fib. Right now, if I had to guess, I would probably say it's going to finish around this area right here, 194.6 to 191.0. It looks to me like it is in a third wave, like that. The question is that just the first wave of the C leg? We can kind of look at the timing of this. This took about 3 months. So yeah, I would say about a month and a half from here. So that takes us to mid-May. So this is probably going to end up being just wave 1. Probably. It doesn't have to be. It could be finishing C right here too. Again, it's going to come down to the bounce. This is probably going to go down here to the 200. And then we'll see, is the bounce going to be impulsive or is it going to be corrective? If it's corrective, then I'm ready to short it down here for the third leg, fourth leg, and fifth leg. you have some demand zones down here you could be looking at, all the way down here to 174. I would probably be looking at maybe some weekly demands. But again, you do have all these weekly moving averages and daily moving averages way up here. So it would be super bearish if it lost all of these. So maybe it just will be this final move down. If it keeps on going down here, then it's super bearish. So maybe we will just bottom here at 194.6 to 191.1, unless that was the top. So that's all the indexes. Tesla, I think Tesla could be a few different things. I have it marked so many different ways. I had this as potentially a wave 1 going into the day. And we were doing a nested move right here, but of course we broke down lower. We did hit this demand zone again. This could be A, B, C, like that. This would be like that, A, B, C. That would take us down here to about 157.30. It could also be the final leg down of a move. So this would end up being 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like that. This would be, I don't know which one it is, but if we do break below 160.57, then that breaks the double bottom, and that also breaks the possibility of this being a first wave higher. So I'm leaning towards this not being a first wave now, unfortunately. Best case scenario for bulls, in my opinion, at this point, is this is a B wave. And then we shoot up here on earnings like that. And then you have to short again, though. You'd have to short here because this would be an ABC move. You had an impulse move right here. And then that would just mean we're going down lower. That's very possible, actually, with earnings coming up, because that would match up. Let's say we come up here into earnings, maybe into late April, on a C leg move right here, and then we do this into mid-May, if the indexes are doing that. So I'm not sure. One thing I am pretty sure about, though, is that this is a 5-leg move. This is a 5-wave move. This is pretty clear to me. So I think you are going to get minimum this. And projecting that, I would say you're probably going to get, let's see, 164.60. You're probably looking at you're looking at 154 would be my target. So based on this, I would say this is probably going to complete the final move down. So because if we go to 154, then that's just going to be a third wave. And we can measure the 1.61 fib of this right here. And that's at 151 actually. So this might even go to 151. Bounce. Target's 148, but maybe 146. So hopefully this just ends up bouncing right here and just stops right here at 158, and then we get a big move into earnings. But we'll see what happens. The dollar. And the dollar is stronger again. It's looking more and more like the original thesis is not going to play out, and we're actually going to go to new highs in this. But again, I'm still bearish on the dollar setup. But if this goes up here to 107.69, that would break above this. That would invalidate that being the B leg. That would mean the B leg is going to end up somewhere up here. It'd probably end up around, let's see, 106.40. It might go up all the way up to 110. So I guess this kind of makes more sense because the dollar was going to go to the low 90s. If it goes to 110 by mid-May, let's just say it goes to mid-May 110. Then you're looking at $4 lower than this, takes us to 96. So then you're looking at this like A, B, C, like that. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to go over tonight, to be honest. I did the indexes, I did Tesla. I haven't really been watching the rest of the tech stocks that much. I might go over them in a different video, but not tonight. So Tesla, bearish. Every index is bearish. They might bounce in the morning, and I think Powell speaks tomorrow. I'm expecting a sell-off. You're probably looking at another 1 to 2% day here in the next day or two. So that's it for now. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe, if you like the video, and I'll put out another video tomorrow. Have a good night.